sitting right here for all your viewers.
Yes.
Monia van Zyl, all the way from Potchefstroom. Her business is AIM Advisory Services. And Monia, we're really grateful and delighted to have you on our show. And we want to thank you also for investing your most crucial resource for today, having known you and so on, and that's your time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So
Looking forward to this.
So thank you for that. And just a quick overview before I hand back to my colleague on the screen, the singer and entrepreneur. We're going to, just a brief overview, we're going to discuss your journey with you. And it's really just where you are relative to kind of where it is you want to go, and try to establish exactly what the show is about. So can you scale your business? And just relax about it. This is not a test. It's not an exam. It's really to help you see maybe what you're not seeing, and maybe to unpack how you're going to scale your business, and if you can, and where you are relative to that. I think that sums it up pretty much, Wolf.
Yeah. Oh, Monia, I have one wish. Because if I look at the screen, I will touch the upper half of the screen. I will put myself in the middle. Steven, can you like move the camera a little bit down that we see you more? Oh.
Better.
Yeah, I loved your conference room. I like you much better like that. Okay. So can you just share for also for the people who don't know you, like what a little bit like who you are and a little bit about your business?
Yeah, sure. So basically, my vision for my business is providing outsourced CFO services to entrepreneurs, mostly entrepreneurs, because that's my target market. So it's a range of accounting services, taxation services, financial management, and all that incorporated into one package. So I want to add some value back from my experience that I've gained in the corporate world. So, and basically for me, it's being part of the client's business, like I'm part of them, even though I'm just like a consultant, but I want to feel that they can trust me enough so I can add that value for them, giving them something back in return for what they're paying. So I've always had this saying that the fees that they pay me, I must get back savings in their pocket. So actually it's not actually costing them anything. So I'm paying for my services by efficiencies that I put into the business.
I will hire you. Oh, but I'm sorry, I already hired someone and outsourced my CFO role. But so I can relate to that. And so the question is like, is it like, do you also? But this was to Mir's. I'm sorry, like I didn't get it right. Maybe are you the one? Are you the outsourced CFO, or do you find others for them?
No, I'm the outsourced CFO.
Okay, you're the outsourced CFO service. All right, perfect. So when you talk about your dream, right? Because Stephen always triggered me. I'm like, Wolfgang, what is your dream? What is your dream? What is your island? What is your mountain? What does it look like, right? Like, what does your island look like? You have a vision, right? Yes. And imagine, like, do you have like a favorite spot you like to hang out and chill?
Yes.
Like, so where is it?
Next to the swimming pool or the beach.
Right. So imagine yourself. You go there now. Do you sit or stand or do you swim?
Swim.
Okay, so you're right now swimming in your pool. You're all by yourself. Time to dream. How is like? Do you taste the water? Can you feel like the water like around you?
Yes, I can.
That's beautiful. That's the moment. This is the perfect moment to dream and chill. And from that space, from this heart-centered, chilly space, we would like you to see your dream, your vision. What is this? When you look in the future, what do you see?
For me, it's having just enough customers so I can add enough value to all of them. It mustn't be too much, because you must know what is too much. You must know what is enough. So basically, it's finding that niche market, servicing those customers, and having a balanced life so I can enjoy my life from my earnings.
So I heard you're looking for a balanced life.
Yes.
And
Wolf, sorry to interrupt you.
Please.
Can you see,
Yeah.
are you sharing your screen?
no, should I?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I can do this. I saw that we do it there. That's all right. So, okay, because we created this island already, right? So let's go to that. So, but let's continue, Monia. So the question is more like, so it looked like I heard the most intriguing, like where I felt the most was the balanced life. That's the motivation you'd want to. So, and can you give it a number? Like, when do you know, like you said, enough clients? It could be a client number or a turnover.
Yeah, it depends, because it depends what type of customer you've got, whether it's a lot of small ones or whether you've got like bigger clients. But let's say my dream is to get the bigger ones.
Let's put it 3 years ahead. Is that okay?
Yes, that's perfect.
So 2024.
Yes. Let's work on 20 clients.
Okay. All right. And when you what is the impact you're creating, like for yourself or for others?
It's basically to add value to them.
And what is that value? What is
Cost
the difference?
savings. Basically, cost savings on their side, optimization of processes, compliance with laws and regulations.
Imagine you did all that. You saved the cost. What is the outcome? What is it good for?
Basically, everything's just going to run. They don't actually need me anymore, come to think of it.
Oh.
Because there wouldn't be anything else to sort out. But they must actually feel like I need to be there because of the dynamic that I bring to the business and my ideas that I can generate and the just strategic stuff that I can also assist them with.
I keep this for a sec, because you said it and then your inner critic came, is like, yeah, but they don't need me. But this thing, like, think big. If someone says they become independent, and that's an amazing promise. And you said this, you allowed this for 1 second, and then you said, like, yeah, but then you got scared. This is what I heard. Or it's like, but a vision, if you promise that to become independent, if you would love to see this, they will send you more clients, because this is the dream. No one wants to have a consultant for life. I have a wife for life. That's enough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's basically then they will give you all those referrals because you've walked a walk with him and you've done everything you could.
And what is the question again? One deeper. Why is it important to become independent?
So I can grow even further and expand the customer bases.
Okay, so now we got your driver. I think that's, Stephen, are you fine, or you want to add up?
I think that I'd like to touch a little bit, Monia, and it's very important that you spend time on this and that you're very clear about it, because this is what's going to get you through the challenges, you've got to keep referring back to what is your vision, which you seem to be pretty clear on. Okay, and it's for them, you said they become independent, and then you came back to yourself. So what happens to you? What motivates you to actually get to that vision? What inspires you to get to that vision? You mentioned a balanced life.
Yeah, balanced life and satisfied customers. Because if they're satisfied, then I know I'm doing my job correct and they're happy with it. If they're not satisfied, you'll go back to self-doubting yourself. And am I good enough for them and stuff like that?
Okay, so there's an outcome that your customers can actually enjoy, which makes them become independent. And then there's one thing I want to just refer back to, and that's you satisfy them in their independency. But, you know, I want to just touch on something that Wolf picked up with you, and I also noticed that you said, and then they won't need me. Actually, getting them to independence is one thing. Staying independent is another. So the process has to carry on. They'll probably need you even more than you or whoever you're going to bring in that's going to satisfy your balanced life and your independence in your business. And that's what is motivating you or inspiring you, where you see yourself in those 3 years. That's going to get you out of bed every morning.
When you think about, can I add up one more thing, Stephen?
Yes.
Of course you can. You've never asked me permission before, Wolf.
Yeah, no, I wanted to surprise you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Monia, now when you dream from your pool to that position, you get it all. Like when you say from a level from 0 to 10, how much energy, how much does it motivate to get this goal? 0 would be, I just continue floating on the pool, and 10 is, yes, I want to get up going. And where is it? Like when you feel it, how much is it?
I would say 9.
And where do you feel it? In your body?
In my heart, because it feels like it's a passion for me to get there. It's what's driving me every day to get up and do this, because you're working towards something.
That's a good one.
Okay.
So,
And you're working towards something that's meaningful to you.
Yes.
Sorry, I just want to reflect back to you, Manya, that there's a lot of people that work towards something. If they're not working towards something that's meaningful to them, they're going to struggle to push through those challenges that we will experience in life. You know, if 2020 didn't show that to us, nothing will.
all right.
And you had to push through that. So yeah, very important.
Okay. So, so Monia, that's your wonderful scene. We have the island. The sun is getting higher and bigger. And now the next thing is like, yeah, let's quickly, so we have the boat. The boat is your vehicle, that's your business. And the vehicle takes you to the island. And and there's different routes to take, and there's energy with something that gives you wind and some that drags you down. And there is an iceberg which could cause your business to fail. So we just like play around.
Okay.
Okay, Stephen, can you go quick, take over?
Yeah, sure. So let's have a look above the line, Manya. So what is supporting your business at the moment? In other words, what are the things that you keep that really work for you in your business?
For me, it's basically it's myself and my dedication to my customers at this stage.
Okay, so it's dedication. That's important. And I'll come back to you why now. So Wolf, I know you can put that above the line. So it's your dedication to your business and your customers.
Yes.
Okay.
And
and
also I'm always striving to learn more, just to be up to date with current technology and stuff. So you can always put the best for the client there, the latest trends and technology available to implement.
Wow. Okay, so can we put that under, say, call it growth and develop, continual growth and development,
Yes.
and keeping up with trends, especially in the world today? You know, it's changing so quickly that it's important, I would imagine, especially in terms of the continuity and that continued service that you offer your clients. If you look at your end vision, when you get them to become independent, they're not just going to get rid of the services, because somebody's got to keep up to date with what's going on in the world, and things will continually need to be changing and updated in their business.
Yes. And I think the other thing is personalized service, because my clients can always pick up the phone and phone me. With the bigger firms, they can't do that. They like this personal dedication and availability.
Okay.
You know, I have one question. Is it
Yeah.
that the personalized service is more a description of the offer rather than something that drives it forward? Because I really wonder if that's part of the business, right?
Yeah.
And so the outsourcing, like, this is what it makes it, no, this is what it is, right? And so, but it's not necessarily what gives you your energy. This is what I wonder. And the curiosity can be an asset of the business, a service, or it can be what drives you personally. Like the money, the question is like, what drives you personally forward, right? Like something you can also say, like, I can count on my family, right? Yes. So I don't have to think about anything. My family just is my backbone. Or just like, because I'm a withered in technology, so this gives me energy. Or it's more like because otherwise you describe your business and your services, but it's not what drives you as an entrepreneur forward.
True.
So that's why it sounds more.
I agree with you. It belongs there, yeah.
Yeah. So how about you?
Okay, for me,
yes,
spending time with my family.
All right. Now we're talking. Yeah.
Going on regular vacations.
And what vacations? Family vacations.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And exercise is also important for me.
Next time you should write exercising. What is wrong?
No, that's exercising. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks right.
It's right.
Okay. For today.
Yeah. For today, it's good. She understands it.
Yeah. We don't waste time on spelling. All right. Good. And the question then, what drives you down? What drags you down? Like, when you think about your business, like, what costs energy? The energy vampire who visits you. Who's
difficult clients.
Huh? What kind of clients?
It's difficult clients. They like phoning you all hours of the day and weekends and stuff.
Not respecting office hours, no?
Yeah.
Would you say a difficult client is someone who believes they have access to you 24 hours a day?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
People not respecting my time. So people that's late for meetings and stuff. That's really frustrating for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to ask you, if you wanted to set sail on this boat and this anchor's dragging down, what else is stopping you in your business from lifting your anchor?
Well, at this stage, it's capacity constraints on my side. And people working at the customers or my clients that doesn't know what to do actually in their job. It's like basically those people are untrainable. I never thought I'll come across people like that, but there is people like that.
Okay,
So it's like redoing all the work that they're supposed to be doing.
untrainable people. Okay.
And I think a good one to add in there also, Wolf, that Manya alluded to is capacity.
Capacity of time, money, of what?
Time.
All right. So next move. So what can your business cause to fail? Like really seriously. Like what, when you think about your business, like what is like to that you never reach this island? What needs to happen?
Okay, if the clients don't pay me on time, for one.
So it's cash flow.
Yeah, cash flow.
Yeah. Cash below. I love cash below. Yeah.
And then if I fall sick, because I'm the driver of the ship,
Yeah.
so I need to be there and I need to be healthy and take care of myself.
Yeah. Personal health.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also, if I don't get to growing my client base to that level, then I will also never reach my island.
So is it marketing sales?
So just put it marketing. I'm not good at selling stuff. That's why I'm not in marketing. I'm better though now, but there's still room for improvement.
Interesting. You said I'm not good in sales. That's why I should put marketing.
Yeah.
Then I put sales.
Okay.
Because you're good in marketing. This is not your problem. So sales, like getting the clients is one thing, but converting them.
Yes, that conversion is the thing.
So it's no. Sales and like conversion, no? Okay. Is there some technology involved which you are depending on?
Yes.
Which
Accounting
is
software. It's basically dependence on the two that I use the most is basically Xero and DraftWorks.
and let's say, is there a risk in this software that they don't continue the business or they raise the prices or something?
Basically, if they raise the price, but it won't shipwreck me, basically, if I can tell it like that, because it's a US dollar. I've got a fixed fee that I charge my clients every month for the Xero subscription. So if the dollar were to plummet now against the rand, I'll just have to absorb that currency difference.
It's called Xero?
Yes.
Yeah, with the X.
X.
Not a Z. Okay. If you say you don't, if your clients, your agreement with your clients is fixed and not dependent on the exchange rate.
No.
And do you only link them onto Xero on an as and when basis?
Yes. It's basically when they come over to me and they're on a different accounting software, then I convert them to Xero. So basically then we start with a subscription.
Okay.
Okay. So Manya, when you look at this boat who wants to take this journey, and imagine you would be the captain of this boat, which you actually are. So, but you can step, like, what is the optimal crew for this boat to reach that? And in crew, it can be people, but it could also be machines, right? In the sense, it could also be a computer or an automatization, which is also a crew member, or like so whatever comes to your mind, no? It could be a machine or a person. What could be the perfect team to reach that?
Well, it'd be myself and my computer because everything's on there, and my family because then nothing can go wrong because you've got the support.
Okay.
Yes.
The question, but it's your business. That do they work inside the business?
No, they
Because
don't.
Okay.
so that's energy. That's good. But the question is, you want to handle 20 clients and with your personal service. So, and the question is how many, I don't know how many days you work for one client, but I assume that 20 clients is too much for one person. If you work, continue like that today. So
Yes.
something needs to change, and it's either people or systems that become part of your crew. So what is the crew you need? And
Okay.
it's not inside your company.
Yes. Okay. Basically, I would say one administrative person, and then also another CA.
Okay.
Okay. Admin and CA. What is CA?
Chartered accountant.
CA like this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So basically, it would be a full time, right?
Yes.
So, and if you were the idea of a business is that the business serves you and your clients, but it's independent of you. That's the best way, because as an entrepreneur, the key goal is to build businesses, not to work in your business. You work you work so long in your business until the day you're not needed. So this becoming independent, they become independent, even grow further. This is also the message to you as an entrepreneur, or to all entrepreneurs. That's the difference between a business owner or a freelancer with a couple of people who assist them, and an entrepreneur. The goal is become independent of your business, so you can be sick, you build and grow your business because you don't spend time on the clients anymore. Or not maybe like a little bit, no, but not the daily work. You can do key accounting, building contracts, no, top level stuff, but not doing the work. So for 20 clients, how many CAs do you need?
I would say 2.
Okay. Is one admin enough?
Yeah, it should be enough because
Okay.
everything is basically so systemized.
Yeah.
It's just for the really bad admin stuff.
So, and then what would be your role?
I think my role would be that final interaction with the customer relationship building, just to keep that in place.
Very important. Okay, and because you know the benchmarks that are in terms of your deliveries is for you to actually carry on with the customer relation. That's the sustainable part that we were talking about, and why they can't actually get rid of money yourself or AIM Advisory Business Services, and that your people in the business also understand that, which we'll come back to later. But I think it's important, and what you've unpacked here is very important in terms of that independency that you were referring to.
Yes.
And that's interesting, like in both sides. Yeah.
Well, if you can also add at the crew there, you can put the BI reporting as well, because that's also something that needs to go with that.
What is BI reporting?
Business intelligence reporting.
So basically, it's a BI reporter.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah,
because you need a person,
that
right?
do that programming and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe is it full time or part time?
I think you can make that one part time.
Okay.
Is there anyone outside your business that you're dependent on that impacts your deliverables?
Yeah, SARS.
What is that?
South African Revenue Services.
Oh,
Okay, but you don't need to employ. I'm talking about in terms of looking after your business, but they're not employed by you.
No.
What about because your business is it's reliant on technology, you said, like Xero and so on. How important is it for you to have support in that respect?
Very important, because there's always stuff that's an issue, and but their support is really good. So Xero and DraftWorks, that's why I use them, because they've got great support and backing.
yeah.
So they would be part of your external. You're reliant on them. I think it's just important to make note of that, because if they dropped off or didn't support you in the way you needed, it would impact your business.
Which one? Who is it?
Xero and DraftWorks.
Oh yeah, that's software.
Yes.
It's more like to keep it in mind. All right.
Yeah.
So, Monia, is there something you want to add to the picture, or something that you see that comes up to you when you look at yourself at the picture?
Yeah, where's the beach there? I just see the island with no waves
All
and
right,
cocktails and stuff like that.
All right, so we will add that. Okay, no problem. Cocktails, we make that. So I see there is not enough fun in the picture, so it's not attractive. So okay, well, good. At least I have some cocktails.
That looks better.
Yeah, some color.
Yeah.
Good. And all right. Anything else?
I like colorful things, and the ship doesn't look colorful enough if I have to sail there to the island.
Good. I accept this for next time. I could give you some green on the boat, but it doesn't look pretty. It doesn't look pretty. What is your favorite color?
Blue, definitely blue.
That's blue. So I can give you also some water here.
Oh.
So, all right, good. And so I would say you go back to the pool, and Stephen and me, we will have a short discussion. It's like a hot seat, right? You gave us some input, and we will have a really gentle but also quite frank discussion about what we see about this business owner, about this business, where we see the potential. Your job is first to relax, step a little bit back and listen, and you get now the opportunity to see like what other people think of your business, and you can just write down what could be takeaways for you, things you haven't seen. All right. So Stephen, back to the boat. Dun, dun, dun. So what do we observe?
Yeah, I think right now, as she stands, the business is very dependent on Monia.
Yeah.
Because so it's very difficult for Monia at the moment to steer the ship in the right direction and make sure she can run back and pull the anchor up at the same time.
Yeah, she runs back and forth on the boat. And it's all depending on her. And especially, I would say the challenge is the personal service. It's quite challenging because this one.
Yeah.
Because first thing, the clients are not respecting it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's selling, I would say she thinks that today she's selling time, personal time, and people are not respecting their time. So they go over and all that. So there is something I would say this is actually the crucial part of the business.
Yeah.
And which kind of cause, because this can cause personal health issues and all that. And if they start talking about finance and after 6 p.m., she will never have this cocktail.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's two things. It's not to drop it because it's valuable to her, and she can offer value to the clients that she's creating. It's not the clients, if I may say, that are creating the expectation.
Yeah.
If we allow the clients to connect with us 24 hours a day, it's us that are creating. So as a business owner, and understandably so, because she is so passionate about her business.
Yeah.
That often one's got to be careful that passion doesn't become detrimental to you.
Yeah. But what I see, like the first thing positive also, not first thing, it's just like it's a total scalable business.
Absolutely.
And I think she has it. And interesting, she did intentionally or intuitively, she went the upper path. She went the growing by more people and equipment.
People. Mm.
She went by people. She didn't see the lower part, which is making your service a product and scaling through systems. Because having, like, there's other business who say, like, we have 24/7 customer support, but what does it mean? Oh, I have a website or where you can always look up your numbers. There is a chat bot where you can drop your message, and when I have time, I will answer that. It's even a time space.
Sure.
And you can even outsource this thing to virtual private assistants that they answer the core, because most times clients don't start, it's not really serious question. It's just like some stuff. Oh, can we not make an appointment next week? And then they call you in the middle of the night, right? So they could also make this with a virtual private assistant, which runs the chatbot.
I think on that, if I can come in there, Wolf, is on that point, it's a very important point, not just for Manya, but I think also for entrepreneurs, is we need to establish also the difference between what's important and what's urgent. Everything is urgent. Not everything is important.
About the time, that's a really interesting point you're making, because the clients, they are not, and if they have this channel, they contact. But it's just like, oh, get it off my mind, just like call Monia.
Exactly.
Like, she's always
exactly
there.
For that reason.
And then, oh, let's have a call in 15 minutes, and then they call in 45.
Yeah, when do I, as Monia's client, sit down and think about what I need for the next day? I'll probably sit down and think about that at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So to get it off my to-do list, I contact Monia. It's not that I need it now. I can tick it off my box.
Yeah. And the other thing is, it would be interesting to see, when does entrepreneurs think about finance? My assumption would be they don't think in office hours about finance. They think after.
Outside.
So she can build a pool company, which means in the daytime, she hangs around with her family and the pool. And her work shift starts 6 to 10 p.m. So it's basically late services, because this is when they have time to think about it. So it could be like a 4-hour daily services, and then where the customer stuff works, just as an idea, right? So we have to see, like, where does these talks happen, and then the rest she totally divide other ways. And also, like, the question, when the talking needs to be done is different than the work when the work needs to be done.
Yeah. And I think there needs to be a split between that. Yeah. Talking, because the process carries on in the day during their working hours.
Yeah.
And I think if you go down to the bottom underneath the anchor that you circled.
Yeah.
Okay. I think those are kind of what is the word I'm looking for? Not an obstacle, but what do you call something that drags you down?
Yeah.
I mean, this is really strange. Someone who knows English for their first language asking someone who speaks German for their first language, how do you say this in English? But I think having a look at what's dragging it down, there are things that can be sorted out kind of immediately. And there's one word that, thank you, our copywriter has just saved my day. Okay, what weighs down the anchor? For those people that don't know, it's also Stephen, but with a W.
And of course, the
And
untrainable
it's
people,
yeah, and these are things I think that Monia can give immediate attention to in terms of freeing up the time, because the time seems to be a constraint.
yeah, and because also like the untrainable people is, I mean, this is our expertise. It's basically understanding your values of the people, like your working values. If you know them, you find the right people, and being trainable and learning could be one value. And so it's more getting the right people and then the right position, rather than thinking about the Vita is perfect, but the person is just not fitting to me because they don't have this personal service approach. And it's also the question, who's in front of the client and who's back office.
And I think as a professional, because Monia offers a professional service, as a professional, if her clients have untrainable people, the question to be asked to the client is, how are these the right people in your business?
Oh, I thought she wanted to get it was her clients are untrainable.
If I understood that correctly, Monia.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, so she's taking up a lot of her time because she's doing the work.
Yeah.
Not only the work that she offers, but also the work that is untrained. So it's true in having the right people, which will come, that's on Monia's crew, which I said we'll come back to later, but the untrainable people as a professional, if Monia recognizes this in the business owners in their business, is to be able to, if the relationship is strong enough, to be able to highlight this.
Yeah, but this becomes a potential, because the client's problem she can solve.
She can solve it.
Question, how does she builds an army of amazing people who do the work for them? And especially with her excitement of curiosity about trends and technology, she could combine that. Oh, you have untrainable people. I'll build for you a product and service that basically replaces your untrainable people. Partly will be automized, partly will be people. And also breaking down the roles. Maybe the role is too complex. Maybe they are great in doing the Excel or doing this, but maybe they're not doing good in doing both. Maybe the task needs to be lighter. No, this is the McDonald's story. I mean, McDonald's built a system where everybody they say like, we can hire people with a low profile skill. But the amazing restaurant in Cape Town, they need highly trained people. The chef koch, it's really hard to get, really expensive. And McDonald's can say, we can hire anybody. You don't even have to speak my language. There's pictograms on every French fry machine. So they built a low profile business, and this is how they could grow. And so if we go to the middle, partly automated, partly like systemized, that we don't need so many amazing people, we just need good people. And for some machines are doing that well, so that she can create a scaling, like becomes a product. And what I think about the product, this could solve her cash flow, because if it becomes a monthly product, it's kind of like, I want to have, you should be, dear entrepreneur, you should become independent. So you don't have to worry about finance anymore. You just book my product, and the product. So it's not selling time; it's selling a product. It's, I don't know, $1,000 a month or whatever, 100, like just one package price where certain services are included. And in the beginning, a lot of people doing it, and then over the time, processes, automation, less and less people are doing that. So she can really put the people in the right position and do more automation. And then I would raise this to, I would think if you have 200 clients, right? Or 100 clients, how would you build the business then? Because 20 is kind of her plus one. She can think that already. But if you think you need to handle 100 clients, you need to think differently. It doesn't work. It's not anymore about I hire 15 people or 20, 30 people. It's too risky, the business. So it needs to come up with a different idea. And I just go by the idea of she loves technology and trends. So there could be a real opportunity. And software is out there like crazy, like forecasting software, like everything is out there. But they don't know it. So I would challenge this. But
it's a good point. And I think also it opens up, as you say, it opens up for Manya to create more value in her business, even within her existing clients.
Yeah. Stephen, what is the first role we suggest her to hire? Imagine she wants to go for 100 clients. What is the first person she should get?
It's a good question. I would imagine it's going to have to be, if you're looking at the top, someone on the administrative side.
Yeah, a little bit, like I would say, a little bit admin, and to that, so that she get a little bit more time, no?
Yeah.
And then I would find someone with is good in business processes. Because because the business processes is everything she does is about processes. And if she can first build process into the company, also in hers, so that this becomes more fluent. And on these processes, she gets more time. And in the beginning, it's more time. It will be hell. She will not see any pool for probably like 2 or 3 months. But then it will become lighter and lighter and lighter. And and the untrainable can just follow the processes. It can help on both sides. And she can sell the service and build the system.
Yeah.
And so that's why I would an additional with a part-time admin, like you said, no? So basically she can also focus, and even if the person just takes the call and say like, yeah, okay, we got it. What does it really want? I just take the note. She can train this person that she gets at least, what is this call about? Okay, you need documents. No problem. I get the document. I send you the document. So there's at least some time release. So she can focus with the business process person. Prozesse. I always write German. Process. It's even again wrong. What the heck?
Yeah. But the business process person, I think is key, and that's kind of what I was coming to in terms of the support. That what does her team look like?
Yeah.
Or what does her crew, if you want to bring it into the setting, look like in order for her to get to the vision? And it's not always means employing people inside your business.
Yeah.
It's having a team that supports you outside the business, but now you're identifying it. So I think also on the positive side, I think what I liked about what Manya has done is she's been extremely honest with herself in terms of what's dragging her down.
Yeah, I think
look at what are the main obstacle or the main areas that could impact your business if it hits the island. And I think, when identifying that, once you've identified what it is, you can find a solution for it, exactly what you're doing now.
Yeah.
And I can't do that unless you identify these things.
Yeah, and bringing this all together, and if she takes the business process, the part-time, and her love for being the stuff, she can basically help the clients to become more independent, because this is a sales story. I brought bringing the dear client. We will build in business. We will build processes. So I have another person on the team building so you become more independent. And of course, she also becomes more independent. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Because there's like, you know what, dear client? I don't want to sit here for the next 10 years. I love you and your company should grow. But you know what? I have more businesses to build. So that's why here's my business process person. I come with the financial side. We build a system. This will take 3 years or so. So you buy our products. We have the services for you. And then you are independent of us. That's my goal, because I have more business to take care of. And so it's a little bit like a future, so they know why they built in this stuff.
But you know what's interesting, Wolf, is that when we spoke to Monia, I think you asked the question in the beginning, what was your vision? The independence was related to the client and to herself. And it's amazing how you've come back to that now.
Yeah.
That we both don't want to sit here for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look after your business.
Yeah.
I think from a time.
It could be also a 3-year contract.
Yeah.
In 3 years, you will never see me again. Besides on a pool party. We can meet in 3 years, we can meet at a pool. But until then, the things are solved out. So that becomes a monthly product. And it's like, yeah. So it also becomes independent of if you do a lot or less, it becomes a constant service of growth.
So just from a time point of view, Wolf, because we're heading towards 6 o'clock, it's
Monia's turn.
So yeah, but can she scale her business?
I would say 2 thumbs up. She can.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, and there was something important that you said, the shift of thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think let's go to Monia and ask Monia, leaving what you've listened to, Monia, and leaving the session, what is 1 or 2 action steps that you would take out of this?
Let's start first. Like, what's your takeaway? Like, what do you feel? Like,
what is your takeaway from that?
Okay. I believe I can dream bigger than the 20 clients.
Okay.
But then I need to make some drastic changes by getting someone in to start helping me, because it's not going to work like without them.
Okay.
So yeah, and then just sorting out these clients of mine. I must just get into the habit of just putting the phone away after hours and just not answering it. Eventually they will start learning that it's out of office hours, phone during office hours.
Yeah.
So it's about creating. There's one word I'd like you to write down, Monia, in your business, in order to give the value that you want to give to your clients. Okay, there need to be certain boundaries in service of the value that you're giving to them. If you're available 24 hours a day for your clients, especially where you are right now in your business, it can only lead to one thing, and that's burnout.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So always
I'm reaching that now.
Okay, so the lessons that, if I can share with you on my learning through the entrepreneurial journey, is we all feel guilty about. You want to service your clients, especially with the passion that you have. But that's what I said. Set the boundaries in service of your clients, so that you are there and you can show up for them in your best possible space.
Yeah. So your takeaway is like, what is your takeaway then? Yeah. You said you could dream bigger. You can also, when you can shift the number of clients, you can shift also the time. If 24 scares you, make it 22 or 2030, right? Put a number between which feels good, and the question is more, do you like to be challenged? And this is like something you could also like you don't have to see like what it do with you, right?
Yes. No, definitely.
Carry on.
I'm always up for a challenge. Nestine knows me. She's known me for quite a while now. So I think tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight though. It's going to be so excited, just planning all this stuff and sorting it out of my head, because I know I've been knowing this for a while, that I need to get someone to assist me. It's just, I have to start getting the process in place, getting the right person that's the same like me. Customer service should be my priority with them, and it's non-negotiable. They must accept what I offer, and they must provide the same service to my clients. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So I think for me, it's just getting out there, getting the right person. I know I need to spend some money to make some more money, so I just need to cross that bridge.
Okay.
Okay. What was the value for you in this session? Is there like, if there's one thing you like to take, basically say like, I take it with me and I do this right away, or not? So
I think it's just getting some other perspective from you guys that's experts in the field. Just confirming I've been knowing this, or I'm on the right track, or I'm on the wrong route, or just emphasizing, but what about this? Because I think it's always important to brainstorm these things with other people, because they see opportunities or downfalls that you don't even see. So they make you actually think about your business even more. So I think that's what I would take away from today. It's just getting that brainstorming and thinking about all the scenarios and possibilities. And I'm sure there's some more stuff that we can add to that picture. And now you must actually put that against your wall and look at it every day and say, this is my vision. This is where I want to go. Am I on track? And you need to do that reflective thinking every week and say, I'm on the right track. I'm going towards my goal or not. Because then you know you will get there. So
we'll share that with you, so that you can have sight of it. And it's so your insight is awesome, Anya. It's about just implementing it and have that vision on the wall. You know, I wanted to share a story in the beginning with you, but I'm going to share it now quickly. It was like, you know, there was a story about Alice in Wonderland and how important it is to have this vision, because when she got through the forest to the two roads, and the Cheshire Cat was sitting there, and he said, which road? She said, what, can I help you? And she said, yes. She said, I'm lost. I'm not sure which road I should take. And he says, well, that very much depends on where you want to go. And she said, well, I'm not sure. I said, well, then it doesn't matter which road you take.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So to have that vision on the wall where you can see it is important. And just remember that whether you change the 20 to 200, it's not unreachable, and it's not whether you get to 200. You might decide at 150 or 120 to get there. It's to have it so that you have something to work towards, and it all becomes a process. You're not going to get to 200 customers tomorrow. It's what do I do? What does that journey look like? It helps you plan that route and to sail your boat from where you are to the island that you're trying to get to. And so you stop at one port, and you stop at another port, and you stop at another port on the way there. And what do those ports look like?
All right. So thank you so much. We're a little over time, and thank you, Manya, for coming.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you, guys.
And
thank you.
And actually, I feel really guilty now, because we went over time, and she told us no one respects her time. Manya, we're really sorry.
No,
or maybe you should say, maybe you didn't respect our time. I don't know. But actually, I think it felt like worth investing. And we wish you all the best. And yeah, so what's coming up next week? Nestine, who is coming on the show?
Stephen, did we say is Marlon next week?
Yes.
Yeah, we got Marlon.
Amazing. That's going to be
super sales on the show next week.
That's right. What is Marlon doing? Give us a quick brief. What is he doing?
So Marlon is he runs a sales company. He's a Story Advantage marketer, and he has a marketing agency. So that's going to be really interesting to see how he's supposed to scale that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to next week. and we wonder how you can scale your business. And I will not grab the guitar. Maybe I do that. So next week, more.
I love it.
That was a great song, Wolf.
And that's it.
Thank you so much, show hosts, and thank you, Monia. This was absolutely amazing. So you think you can scale your business, guys? That's it. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nestine. Thank you, Monia. Thank you.